Hello, America. Welcome back to Travel Secrets with TV's Dave Galvan. I am your host, TV's Dave Galvan. This is the show where we spill the travel tea that Google won't, and I do it all while trying not to slap someone in boarding group 9. I have no idea what any of that means. I just thought it sounded kind of cool. In 10 minutes or less, this is Travel Secrets. Today's topic is how to get into the airport lounge without flying first class. We'll talk about the first class thing in just a moment. But these are the airport lounges, those swanky airport lounges, the ones with the leather chairs, the bottomless snacks, and of course the lavatories that don't feel like a prison restroom. Now, most people think you need to fly first class or be the, have all the money in the world just to get in. So let's break down how to lounge like a rock star, even if you're flying on a budget like a broke college student on Spirit Airlines. Okay, that might be a grand exaggeration, but let's talk about that first class thing real quickly. I'm going to use Alaska as the prime example because they have a lounge at my home airport here at PDX Portland International Airport. Now, the way Alaska works is you can either purchase a yearly pass that gets you into the Alaska Lounge at Portland Airport and a few other airports as well. And as long as you are flying out that day, you can go into it and you can bring a guest, spouse, travel companion, whatever. That costs about $600. For $800, you can actually upgrade to the next tier, which basically allows you to get access to other lounges around the world. Actually, it's not a bad deal if you fly a lot and you fly internationally. You can actually use the United Lounge, you can actually use the Qantas Lounge, etc., etc. So it actually can work out pretty well if you fly a lot, again, internationally, and you want that extra line of comfort. You have to fly just to get into the lounge. They won't just let you in because, you're pretty. These lounges are in high demand, so they've got some rules on when you can and can't get into it. You can also get into Alaska's lounge if you're flying first class on Alaska and you are flying for longer than 2,000 miles. So at 2,000 miles and flying Alaska first class, you can also get into a lounge as well. You can also get into the lounge if you're part of their elite status, which is a whole different conversation. That just means you fly with them a lot and you've developed X amount of points, so you just sort of kind of get it. Also, consider getting Alaska's credit card. It gives you a discount not just on Alaska flights, but also into their lounge program as well. Speaking of which, travel credit cards, we're not talking about the ones that give you a toaster for 50,000 points. There's an Amex Platinum that gives you access to Centurion lounges, Priority Pass, Delta Sky Club when flying Delta, and more. Chase Sapphire Reserve includes Priority Pass, which gets you into 1,300 plus lounges, and Capital One Venture X, which includes Priority Pass and Capital One lounges, which are surprisingly fancy. And yes, they come with high annual fees, but you get it back in snacks, drinks, and a peace of mind and comfort, especially when your flight's delayed because some guy forgot to fuel the plane. And as I mentioned before, you can buy your way in if you are not a credit card junkie. Some lounges do sell day passes, and they're usually between $40 to $75 per person. Airlines like Delta, United, and Alaska will let you buy a one-time pass, even if you're flying in coach, as long as there is room. Now, here's a pro tip. Buy the pass online in advance. Some lounges won't let you purchase at the door if they're too full. And don't expect champagne and caviar. It's more like cheese cubes and free Wi-Fi. But hey, believe me, that's better than sitting next to the guy eating a tuna salad at gate 6. And it's significantly more comfortable. Priority Pass is the lounge buffet of life. This little membership is kind of like Netflix for lounges. You can buy it directly or it can be bundled with certain credit cards. And it gets you into over 1,300 lounges worldwide and some airport restaurants too. Not all lounges are created equal. Others feel like a sad DMV with, the tiny little finger sandwiches. But let me tell you, it's still better than being stuck next to a charging station in some sort of war zone where you are fighting for a USB port to charge your phone. Our next one is to fly the right airline, or at least pretend to. Loyalty still counts, and elite status with one airline can often get you into lounges or even on partner airlines. For example, you've got One World Sapphire status with American, Well, that can get you into British Airways or Qantas Lounge, even if you're flying coach. No status? No problem. Use points to book a business class award ticket, and boom, lounge access is usually included. Our next one is my personal favorite. Tag along with a guest. Traveling with someone who actually has access? Well, ask if they can guest you in. Most cards let you bring in at least one guest into the lounges for a fee, or maybe even a small fee. If you're flying solo and feeling bold, make a friend near the lounge entrance. Hey, you got a guest pass? Yeah, it sounds sketchy, but I have seen it work. The next one I got to be real about. You need to dress like you belong. Lounges have dress codes. Nothing too strict, but if you show up in flip-flops, a beer-stained wife-beater shirt, and you're wearing a MAGA on spring break hat, they can deny you entry. You need to keep yourself clean, business casual-ish. Basically, look like someone who wouldn't steal all the shrimp cocktail, even if you do plan to steal all the shrimp cocktail. What are the lounge alternatives if you get denied? Did you miss the lounge? Well, let's see what other options there are. Airport spas, some of them actually are included with priority pass. Sleep pods or quiet rooms. The Denver airport has a quiet section where you actually can sleep in this giant room. They actually have beds. Believe me, I have actually spent plenty of time sleeping there while my flight was canceled because of weather. I'm just still living through how horrible that was. But it could have been a lot worse without that section. And my favorite is sit at a nearby gate that's empty and pretend you're in your own VIP section. Look, you can bring your own snacks and noise-canceling headphones, and boom, you're in your own little mental terminal class. So to wrap it up, you don't have to be rich or be royalty to lounge like a legend. Use the right credit card, loyalty program, or strategy, and you can sip espresso and charge your phone in peace and quiet while everyone else is out there fighting for an outlet space next to the bathroom. If this episode helped you out, share it with your travel crew. And if you're still sitting at gate 47 eating stale trail mix, look, come find me in the lounge. I'll save a cookie for you. This is Travel Secrets with TV's Dave Galvan, your passport to smarter, smoother, and sexier travel. We'll see you next week.